Welcome to Real Talk, Real Wellness with Alicia. This episode is a little different today. No tips, no trends, no topics, no breakdowns. This is about me, my story, my passion, my heart. Because if you're going to walk on this wellness journey with me, I want you to know who I am and why this work means so much to me. This is for women who's carrying a lot but keep showing up. For women who's tried every health trend and still doesn't feel quite right. For women who's powerful, intuitive, brilliant, but still tired. I see you and I built this space for you. So why do I do this work? This isn't a business for me. It's my passion work. It's what I've cultivated through education, experience, and truth. It's purposeful and it's personal. For over 25 years, I've studied and worked in the fields of holistic wellness, female health, emotional well-being, and cultural healing. But beyond the qualifications, I've lived this. I've sat with women, I've listened to their stories, and I've asked questions, very deep ones. I once ran a study sending out questionnaires to over 100 women, asking them about their experiences with their healthcare providers. And do you know what most of them said? They didn't feel truly listened to. They didn't feel fully supported, and many, especially women of colour, shared that they didn't feel confident enough to advocate for their own well-being. This was a turning point for me because I realised this wasn't just about symptoms or services. It was about how women were being cared for or not. And I knew if I could support just one woman to feel seen, educated, and empowered in her body, I would be honouring something very sacred. Especially after seeing women I love leave, particularly my mother. When she passed, I made a quiet but powerful decision. If I have the power, if I can help it, I don't want to see another woman go through that kind of struggle again. That became my compass, and it still is. Now, I was going to talk about bones. Yes, her bones. I will explain. It's not something I've said before, but it's a phrase I'm really starting to love. She speaks from her bones. I love it. And while I'm not going to go too deep into that just yet, I want to say this. In many ancient and indigenous healing systems, bones are not just structural, they are sacred. In traditional Chinese medicine, bones are linked to the kidney system, which holds our deepest life essence, our Jing, our ancestral power. In African cosmologies, bones are seen as vessels of memory and spiritual continuity. I said that incorrectly, but hopefully you know what I mean. In native and indigenous traditions across the world, bones are the carriers of ancient wisdom, of truth passed down through generations. So when I talk about wellness, I'm not just talking about what's happening on the surface. I'm speaking of wellness that lives in the marrow, that speaks from the root, that honors the woman beneath the rolls, beneath the skin, beneath the survival. Because true healing doesn't fix, it reawakens. So what do I believe in? My work is grounded in real care, real science, and real soul. It's not about chasing perfection. It's about supporting women to thrive, not just survive. That is one of my core values, actually. Others include my own health and well-being, the well-being of my family, creating a space for joy, not just productivity, and living in a way that honors sustainability, not just hustle. Alicia Woman's Holistic Wellness is built on the principles. Every session, every program, every podcast is guided by them. I believe in wellness that is informed by science, rooted in culture, and guided by inner wisdom. That means I draw from tools like functional and herbal nutrition, traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic frameworks, Caribbean and African ancestral practices, energy work, mindset and nervous regulation, and deep emotional patterns that often sit behind physical symptoms. To me, holistic wellness is about honoring the whole woman, her biology, her story, her rhythm, and her power. So, who do I work with? I work with women who are doing everything right but still feeling off. Maybe you're in perimenopause or a big life transition, feeling burned out emotionally, physically, struggling with skin flare-ups, digestion or fatigue, navigating emotional eating or body image, or just feeling disconnected from your own body and brilliance. If this is resonating, you're not alone. You're not broken. You're just ready to reconnect. What I've seen time and time again is this: women don't need more pressure, they need more presence. They don't need to be fixed, they need to be supported. That's the kind of space I hold. So, how I work. We start with a discovery call, no pressure, just a conversation with you, me, sitting with what's real. We talk about your patterns, your health story, your goals, and if we continue to work together, we might explore menopause, menopause and perimenopause support, emotional eating, body image healing, stress and nervous system regulation, womb wellness and cycle awareness, holistic skincare, gut health integration, body recomposition and metabolic support, solution-based counseling and coaching. I don't hand you a list of rules. I support you to rebuild your relationship with your body and your mind and reclaim your rhythm. We use real tools: breath work, education, nutrition, meditation, acupressure, lifestyle shifts, but we also hold space for your truth, your pace, and your transformation. So my promise to you is this: I do this work from heart space. Every part of my practice is something I've cultivated through research, through personal experience, through my sacred connection with women like you. And I want you to know you are not too much. You are not behind. You are not meant to do this alone. This is a space where your well-being is yours again, where you are supported to rise softly, steadily, and with power. If something in this episode landed for you, if you felt a nudge in your belly or a truth in your bones, I invite you to connect. book a free discovery call. It's not about selling, it's about starting a conversation that might change how you care for yourself ever. You'll find the link in the show description or visit aliciawomensholisticwellness.com. This is your space. This is your season. This is your return. Until next time, I'm Alicia, and this is Real Talk, Real Wellness.